Hello everyone, Max is here. I was meant to record this a while ago, and I actually did, but I kind of botched up the recording because I tend to do that sometimes. So I'm just going to be showing this off again. The Pokeathlon we're going to join. There are 5 courses oriented around 5 different stats. These are different stats than what we have in like the main series. They're different than your attack, defense, special attack, special defense, speed, and HP. But they are related. You'll be seeing what I mean when I click on this thing. Jump course. Pokemon that have, say, it also does correspond to typing, so Pokemon that are flying type have the ability to levitate tend to be better in the flying course. You'll be seeing what I mean. Or Pokemon that are naturally just shown to be floating. So you can see that Typhlosion has a high jump, so does Ampharos, so does Kingdra. Kingdra's a lot lower. And Heracross also has a pretty okay jump. Look at Callion. Callion has a 5 stars, but only 4 are filled. That's because Callion is a flying type, and of course flying types tend to have better jumping abilities. Magnemite, even though it's not a flying type or does have levitate, it has a good number of stars for jump, because it is depicted as floating. And last, we actually have Gyarados, which is a flying type, though it oftentimes is depicted as resting on the ground. It does have a very high jump. These other stats you see, speed, power, skill, and stamina, those do come into play in certain courses, but in this course in particular, the jump course, the 2 that I find the most important are, of course, jump, but also speed. So if you're going to do the jump course, which I find the easiest, I would prioritize jump and speed. Welcome to the Pokeathlon. Today's event, the jump course. Who will shine the brightest today? Let's meet the competitors. Jump high into the sky. Form is weightless. Team Maxis, Magnemite, Gyarados, and Callion. Why can you jump that high? Simple, it's because it's all you do. Team Mendel, Magikarp, Goldeen, and Remoraid. I almost said Magikarp and Gyarados. Jump to victory. Jump to the other side of victory. Team Playa, Farfetch'd, Pidgey, and Spearow. Flying's like breathing to me. It's only natural if you ask me. That's fine. Team Noel, Hoot, Golbat, and Skiploon. Alright, let's begin. Pokeathlon forever! Screaming forever into the sky. Lap jump. This one is... excuse me. This one's fairly easy. All you gotta do is just drag your stylus down on your Pokemon, and you will jump higher. You see what I mean? Because this little springy sponge trampoline-like thing. Basically, the higher you jump, the more of these yellow ball things you collect. The more of them you collect, the more points you get. Be careful as to avoid your Pokemon colliding with each other, as they'll get dizzy and temporarily be unable to continue jumping. I believe stamina is related to how long they spend being dizzy. So again, cross-stat benefits. You want things that have high other stats, not just high base stats corresponding to the specific event class you are doing. In single player, this is a lot easier. The AI, if you want to call them AI, competitors really don't do as well. Like you see I'm kind of messing up right now, and I have that, I had like 50 points less, and I just got that. Where I was probably 10 seconds ago tends to be where they are when we finish. That tends to be their high score. Look at that. I made up that many points in that short amount of time. Let's see what the rest of them have. Alright, results of the event. See, look at that massive gap in terms of points. Of course, higher you get, the more points you get. The higher points you get in the event, the more points you get on your little counter. These points do count for something, aside from just being on the scoreboard. And one event doesn't win you the game. You can still lose other ones, though. They're fairly easy. The disc catch is a bit more complicated than the lap jump, as you have more skills that come into play. This one, power and speed become a bit more important. As you can see, my Gyarados is moving really freaking slow right now. But my Magnemite is moving really freaking fast. If you stay back here and you catch them, you get 5 points per disc catch, and basically 2 of them from back here is what I tend to find basically wins me the match. They tend to stay closer to the front of it and don't really do much beyond stay there, so if they miss one disc and you just get it, you can easily just combo up a bunch of points from it. Well, you stole my thing. You jerk, you stole that. But now we got this one, and Kelly got that one. Oh, you suck! You jumped right in front of me. You suck. So I got this one. Oh, come on! There you go, stole. And Kevin stole that one. Come on, Magnemite. You got it. Oh, you suck. Yeah, this one's easy. I mean, not that hard, and again, other skills come into play. You don't just want a hard line jump only. How it's so exciting! How is the second event? Team Maxis wins. Again, I'm winning by a massive gap because these guys really don't do well. Votes are tallied, and that is a nice looking score. Final event, the Hurdle Dash. This one, pretty much speed and jump are the only two important things. Stamina, I haven't really noticed what stamina or power does in here. I mean, power might come to play. So this one, really, all you have to do is just tap on the screen to jump over the hurdles. Certain Pokemon move faster than others, and certain Pokemon also stay airborne a lot longer. As you can see from Gyarados just flying high right there, even though you're not really a flying Pokemon. You might be a flying type, but you really do not have wings. Or you don't have, like, magnetic levitation like some other Pokemon do. Come on, Gyarados, catch up. Look at Magnemite just freaking booking it. Kind of odd, I believe it's actually the slowest speed-wise in terms of base speed. Come on, Callian at second. Wow. And done. Yeah, this one's pretty easy. Speed is probably... I don't know, I think speed is probably not... I don't know if speed is more important in this one than the other one. Speed is more important in this one than... I mean, speed is more important than jump in this one. Jeez, I cannot speak right. Team Maxis. I win, of course. I am Maxi of Team Maxis. Congratulations on first place. The event's result was determined by points, of course. And 100 base. Nice. Great job, athletes. Which team fought the hardest? We've got the results. But first, who's overflowing with fighting spirit? Alright, a challenge bonus for Pokemon and Team. 32 points for Maxis, 44 points for Mindell, 40 points for Paya, and 30 points for Noel. Continue on the individual prizes. There wasn't one this time. Moving on, the points leader, Maxis' Callian. Nice. Prize for effort. Pokemon that jumped the most. Gyarados. Nice. Add up the event points. At 1. This is where all those points you earned get totaled up. There's a little bit of a bonus at the beginning, and I tend to notice they eat my dust by a very, very large margin. Why did I say, like, look at that. I beat them by well over 100 points. These guys aren't that hard to beat, and it's very easy to just get a ton of points. I've done this probably 4 or 5 times already, because there is something I want to get from doing this. Sorry. There is something that I do want to get from this after we beat the game. I've mentioned it a few times, much to my own aggravation and forgetfulness. Great job! A good job. Receive athlete points based on your score. This time, Maxis earned 420 points, so you earned 420 points. For winning these events, you'll be awarded another 100. If you come in first, you get an extra 100 points, of course, as we're fighting now. If you come in second or third, you don't get any other bonus. But if you somehow do not somehow win, I don't get it. I mean, even when I first played this, it's not that hard. This is the rewards kiosk, or the athlete shop, whatever you want to call it. The prize exchange, whatever. These items rotate out daily, and there's some pretty good ones. The last 2 ones tend to be the best. After we beat the game, there will be new items that open up. Well, actually, you have to get the technical decks before we can do that. And some more items open up here, and they're very good. You can get apricorns, you can sometimes get healing items. I believe Moo Milk is here every day. Rare candies are a highlight. They're 2,000 points, which really aren't that hard. I got 400 points for that one event. Add on the additional 100. All you have to do is just do that course 5 times, and that really doesn't take a whole lot of time. It's maybe 2 or 3 minutes to do. You can grind that out in probably not even 15 minutes. It's really easy. Now heading over to this side, we have the... Welcome, this is the reception for the Link Pokeathlon. You can compete with your friends on the same course. Would you like to try it? No. But this course is actually a bit faster. You can compete with your friends in real life, or if you're someone like me who has two DSs and both copies of both games, you can compete with yourself. Just have one player who just doesn't do anything, so that you only have to really worry about yourself. And you get more points overall because there's more events. And I believe the bonuses for winning are a 300-point bonus for first place, and for second, I believe is a 100-point bonus. Very, very useful for grinding to get points, but you kind of need 2 DSs and a copy of both games, or just a duplicate copy of one game to do it. Very useful, and there are also 5 courses you compete in instead of the usual 3. They are also combination courses, so you have something like jump and speed, or skill and power, or power and stamina. 2 events that two somewhat overlapping courses that have similar skills involved, not similar skills, similar stats involved, get paired up together, and it's very fun to play against your friends. It can get extremely competitive when you have, say, a group of 4. I have played this with 3 of my friends in the past, and it gets kind of intense, because when you are playing with people who know what they're doing, it tends to get pretty close sometimes. If you want to boost your stats and just get even more points even faster, you can go into that person we met outside here. I believe you are... Yes, this guy. He will give you the Apple Blender energy drink. Welcome to the Apple Juice stand. Are you giving me a Pokemon Apple Juice? I can explain everything to you. You need to know anything you need to know about. Understood? I'm just going to explain this right now. You can buy Apple Juice from this guy. They boost certain stats of your Pokemon for your, the Pokeathlon stats. There's Power Juice here. I don't know if they change depending on the day. There's Power Juice, Stamina Juice, of course, and I'm assuming this one is going to be Jump Juice. I think I remember that. Jump Juice. I don't know how the heck I remember that from all these years. And these boost your stats, however, they're not like typical stat boosts where it just boosts the stats and makes the stat higher. It sometimes, and I believe most of the time, takes away stats as well. So you might get an extra, say, point of power, but you lose, say, a point of speed. You'll notice how these stars on Jump are much larger than the ones on Stamina, Scale, Power, and everything else. I believe that means they are maxed. I haven't played this in a long time, and I actually rarely even used Apple Juice when I played this with my friends, just because we really didn't get how it worked. The small shriveled up stars just mean that I believe that is the lowest possible they can go. The outlines of stars shows the highest it can go. So, for example, Fire Strong. It has the potential to have a maximum 5 stars in stamina and maximum 5 stars in power, but Jump and Skill can only go up to a maximum of 3. The Ampharos, it has 4 stars maxed out in Scale and a very, very low stamina, though it has the potential to be maxed in stamina. Kingdra has the potential for max speed and max stamina. Callion has the potential for max. Wow, I never realized how good Togetic's stats were for this. I mean, that's 5 in 3 of the stats in... Wow, I can't wait to see what Togekiss's stats are like that. And Heracross, and Megalon. Of course, these are reflected by the base stats and general typing of Pokemon. Pokemon that have high base speed, main stat-wise, tend to have high speed in Pokeathlon stats. Pokemon that are flying and seemingly bug-type or have the ability to levitate, or just are some Pokemon that are generally depicted as floating, tend to have a high jump stat. Pokemon that are physical attackers or that are pretty much hard attackers, so high physical attack and special attack, or maybe even mixed attackers, tend to have high power. Stamina tends to be your bulkier Pokemon with high HP, not exactly HP tanks, but tend to be your more defense-oriented Pokemon. Skill, I really don't know what skill is related to main series stat-wise. Skills always one that kind of just, I never understood, because power, stamina, jump, and speed all make sense. Those are kind of things that are related to the regular stats, but skills don't correspond to anything. I think maybe power is related to the physical stats and skills related to the special stats, but I mean, Callion really doesn't have good physical stats. Normally, I mean, Togetic doesn't really have good physical stats anyway, and it has max power. That's odd. Well, I'm kind of rambling on about stuff. I recommend, if you want to get any of the Sinnoh evolutions you are locked out of getting because they're item evolutions, you play this. You will need, I think it is 2,500 or 3,000 points to get the items. Really doesn't take that long to get, as I said. 2,000 points for a rare candy does not take long, and only about 1,000 more points really isn't much problem. Isn't really much problem. Is not much of an issue. Cannot speak. I mean, I like the Pokeathlon. I kind of hope they bring it back in some shape or form in the current generation, because I do find it fun. It is very fun to play with your friends, and now with Nintendo Wi-Fi, kind of a permanent-ish, more developed thing that can go across to other countries and everything like that. You can play with people from around the world and not just be limited to, oh hey, you want to play Pokeathlon Dome and Pokemon HeartGold and SoulSilver with your friend that comes over? I mean, I had that. I mean, my friends and I, we used to do that, and it was definitely very fun and enjoyable, and I do have fond memories of this. But it's actually what I remember the most about HeartGold and SoulSilver, was just playing this. But I don't know, it kind of would be fun to play with people all over the internet, because the rewards for playing with other people are much better. You get much more points, and even if you don't win, you still get more points, so it does take a bit longer. Well, that's done with my whole little rambling tangent about the Pokeathlon Dome. So, also, the format will be going back to the typical big top image, small bottom image, big bottom image, small top image switching. After this episode, I just wanted to have it vertical for this specific thing, just because it would be a bit annoying to switch everything back and forth. So, time to cut back to whatever I was doing before, as I'm recording this out of order. You will see me when I return to whatever I was doing before, because I don't remember. And back. Step forth into the Pokeathlon Dome. I find it fitting. We used the jump contest to get the points needed to buy this shiny stone, which is what we needed to evolve Togetic. You can only get this after getting the national Pokedex. And I find it fitting that we used... Callion was the participant in all of those events. It's just fitting to me. I say, we finally give Callion his time. Actually, may not want to do this right now. Word of warning. Togekiss only learns 4 moves that can be heart scale. So if there's any moves you want to heart scale onto your Togepi, your Togetic before you evolve it, I recommend doing that now. The moves I have on Callion right now are Ancient Power and Extrasensory. I want both of those moves on it. I want on him. So I'm not super going to be mad if... I'm not going to be super sad if I miss anything. Just because these are the moves I just specifically want on Callion. Though, you may want some other moves for it, as Togepi and Togetic do have some good moves. I'm going to be going over the highlights, at least in my opinion, for the moveset. Magical Leaf, 60 base power, special grass attack that does not miss. Metronome, if you want that on your Togekiss, you should go hard scale that on now. Yawn, very good for putting opponents to sleep. Ancient Power, great with Serene Grace. Follow Me, this draws the center of attention to Togetic, or, well, Togekiss after evolving it. And those are really the big ones. Those are the ones I can see. Of course, there's probably other moves you may want that it has, but those are the big ones. Sweet Kiss also is possibly one, but its only point is confusion, and it's also slightly inaccurate to boot. So, I'm pretty good with the moves I have. I want Extrasensory, I want Ancient Power, and the moves I'm going to be teaching Togekiss later on, those are through Hard Scale. Those are the Hard Scale moves it gets. So, with that all done, it's time for Callion to grow up. He has absorbed the power of the Aether and become one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Togekiss, as I mentioned, is one of my favorite Pokemon. I've always been a big fan of Togepi just from the anime, just because I loved Misty's Togepi. I thought it was adorable, and the farewell that Togetic had, while I was never really the biggest fan of Togetic just because its design always looked a bit awkward to me, I do like it. I like it now. It's definitely grown on me, but that is mostly because of Togekiss itself. As for Togekiss itself, it is, in my opinion at least, my ideal evolution for what Togepi is. Every hope I ever had for what Togepi could become is realized in Togekiss. It has fantastic bulk, physical and special, with great HP. One of Togetic's somewhat flaws when being a tank is it does have a bit low HP comparatively. And in addition to that, it also improves Togetic's offense. It doesn't really improve the special defense a whole lot, but it greatly improves Togetic's special attack, going from, I think it's something like base 80 to base 120. With the very special focus move pool Togetic has, that is fantastic. Its speed also receives an incredible boost, going from base 40 to base 80. Its ability of Serene Grace is, honestly, as I mentioned before, the much better of the two, and with all of the moves Togekiss has that have special effects, like Ancient Power, Extra Sensory, Air Slash, and just a lot of the other moves it does get through, say, TM, like Flamethrower, that boosted odds can now be gotten so much more with the boosted speed, and also its boosted offense that it can do more damage, take hits a little bit better, and just get those secondary effects off more often. It does fantastic, and I feel that the struggles I've gone through with Callion, and just that it really hasn't been sort of the main spotlight of the team for the last several hours of gameplay. Now, he's finally on equal ground with the rest of the team. I want to go reteach some of those moves. There's a lot of good ones that, well, there's only 4 moves that it gets, and I do want some of them. And remember how I said that it would be more fitting? That pretty much looks exactly like a Togekiss. So we'll head over here, and that was the last time Togekiss will ever use Fly. Callion was really going to be useful for us for a while as just the Pokemon that flies us from place to place, and because he wasn't going to be too good in battles. Now, Callion is on equal footing with the rest of the team damage-wise. I love that cry, it's so great. Let's move Fly. It should be forgotten. Thankfully, we now have Ho-Oh, and I'm probably just going to make Ho-Oh my go-to Fly Pokemon. I'm going to head over to Heart Scale, man. Is it not as good as Heart Scale? Let me guess, you want me to move to a Pokemon? Yes. I have never been shy about saying I am a Flinch Haxer. And I can think of no better move than Air Slash. When I actually started playing, I thought I'm going to nickname Togekiss Flinch Hax, and just, no, I wanted to give it an actual nickname. So, that's all done, and honestly, I figured this out a little bit before fighting Lance, and I didn't really want to bring it up until now to kind of cheapen the mood and the atmosphere. I find it funny how I have to fight a Dragon Master and beat him as my last trainer battle before I can get the favorite species of my least favorite type, Fairy. I just find that so amusing that I have to fight a Dragon Master to get the Fairy type that I like. I just find it amusing. I've said that already, and this video's probably gone on long enough, and I'm just rambling on about things now. Next time, we will go back to the SS Aqua, that ship, which we probably haven't revealed the name of yet. Yeah, we did reveal the name of it yet. So, next time we'll be going on the SS Aqua, and I'll be going over the rest of the Sinnoh evolutions that we now have the ability to get, now that we have had the National Pokedex. That was really the unlock to get those items. They didn't really want you to have them, and I apologize for my somewhat erroneous statement earlier on when saying no other game holds back evolutions. That isn't true, as my editors already put in. Fire Red and Leaf Green also do this, though HeartGold and SoulSilver is the more egregious offender in my opinion. It holds back, I went through and counted them up, HeartGold holds back more than double the evolutions that Fire Red and Leaf Green does. So, next time, we'll be going over those held back evolutions while surfing the seas over to Kanto. See you guys next time, and honestly, I feel that, Callian, you have the spotlight now. I feel you should be the one to have this ending scene with us. Looks so great. See you guys next time when we board the SS Aqua and head to Kanto.